My name is Toussaint Morrison. I'm with On-Site Media. Today is June 19th, 2020, Juneteenth, and I'm here with Victoria. Victoria, I want to walk and talk with you real quick about the nights of the riots and the protests. I'm curious, so you were with a neighborhood watch. Where was this at and what exactly happened?
So this was in East Phillips. We were located 2 blocks north of Lake Street, which is where everything was really going down.
Yeah.
Basically what happened is I was in the area just doing a supply drop-off when they announced that the freeways were going to be closing in 15 minutes. And I realized there was no way I was getting out of Minneapolis before that happened. So I had met this group of people through a friend.
Yeah.
And they said they needed more people to help man the barricades for the night because the block down was mostly single moms and young children.
Wow.
And we were trying to, we didn't know it was the first night of curfew. We didn't know if there was going to be Proud Boys out, if there were going to be cops coming up and trying to start things in the neighborhoods. So we stayed up all night and manned the barricade.
And when that happened, I mean, did you have any threats come into the neighborhood at all? Because I know some neighborhoods, they had agitators, people from Wisconsin, people from Virginia, that were just out to just destroy things. That they had nothing to do with the community. They had nothing to do with protesting. What did you experience any, I guess, kind of like people seeking to violate the community?
We did have a white gentleman in a car come up and ask us, he was filming us, he asked, is this going to be a good hot spot for tonight? Do you think things are going to really jump off here?
Wow.
And he said, I'm from Virginia.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Minnesota license plate, but he was from Virginia.
Oh,
he was
mercy.
upset that only liquor stores were open and everything else was closed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we, asked him to leave and didn't see him again. We saw a lot of suspicious vehicles at the time, like throughout the night.
Yeah.
Cops would go through. The worst part of that night was definitely when we saw people down on Lake Street, a huge crowd of protesters down on Lake Street.
Yeah.
And we were manning the barricade a block to the north to try and keep people from coming up into the neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And the cops started shooting tear gas off to disperse the crowd.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, this huge flood of people came rushing up at us. And it went from this very calm, manageable situation to just trying not to get trampled or run over by cars that were driving up on the curb about that quick.
And there were no cops there to protect the community?
The cops came through after everyone had already left.
Nice, okay.
So everybody left. One car of Proud Boys or white supremacists rolled through, videotaping us. And then the cops came up and told us to leave and started firing at us.
Oh.
Yeah, they shot tear gas and rubber bullets at us. And we ran, and they started moving the barricades that we had put up to keep people out of the residential areas.
And so it sounds like a lot of communities utilize this with like neighborhood watch, night watch. I know that even one of our camera persons, Max, he was night watch as well for his community. How important do you think this will be going forward, if at all, or do you think this is a necessary thing, or is it just for that moment?
I think, based off of what I know from that specific community, they've been having neighborhood meetings once every week or two. Yeah. And I think it's very necessary. Past that night, most of what we saw was folks who lived there just trying to get through. And we would just give them water, food, a cigarette, whatever they needed. We saw some domestic violence situations happening overnight that were just people in the neighborhood dealing with stress and not having the resources to be safe.
Yeah.
And the community having these night watches was really able to step in and kind of not necessarily alleviate the situation, but make it a little bit better, provide a little bit of relief.
It gives some peace of mind and maybe some trust.
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that, when you come down to Minneapolis again, you're able to do the same thing. And I really hope that this is something that is work in the future for other communities. And thank you so much for all that you've done, I guess, throughout this. I mean, you didn't have to come down here and do anything. So yeah. Well, have a happy Juneteenth, and thank you so much for the time.
Happy Juneteenth.